The biggest AI showdown in history starts today, and by the end of this video, you're going to understand why almost everyone, and I mean the tech press, the Reddit hive mind, the benchmark bros, all of them, is reading this moment completely wrong. GPT 5.6 could drop within the next few hours. Its launch window is July 7th to 9th, and insiders say OpenAI wants it out the door as early as humanly possible, which means the announcement might literally hit while you're watching this. 10 days after that, on July 17th, Gemini 3.5 Pro finally lands on the exact same day as DeepSeek v4 in what might be the most deliberate act of scheduling warfare this industry has ever seen. 3 frontier models in 10 days, while Anthropic's Fable 5 sits on the throne, daring all of them to swing. And here's the part that should genuinely mess with your head. Everything you've heard about Google being cooked, about Gemini falling behind, about the 3.5 Pro delay being a failure, might be backwards. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you why the delay could actually be the most aggressive move Google has made in years, why a leaked single sentence about token consumption might reveal that Gemini's cheapest model has secretly been holding its most powerful one hostage, why 3.1 Pro suddenly feeling dumber could be the strongest evidence yet that something massive is spinning up behind the scenes, and why a rumored 2 million token context window and a hidden orchestrator architecture could flip the entire leaderboard on its head. I'll also give the skeptics their shot, because there's one counter-argument floating around that is genuinely dangerous to this whole theory, and we're going to stress test it live. The amount of misunderstanding floating around right now is genuinely wild, so let's talk about it. Let's start with the delay itself, because the story behind it is more interesting than people think. Gemini 3.5 Pro was originally supposed to launch in June. That didn't happen, and the immediate reaction online was the usual "Google is cooked" doom posting. But according to multiple sources, this wasn't some panicked technical failure. It was a deliberate strategic call. DeepMind reportedly looked at the plan, which was to keep building on the aging 2.5 Pro base model, and basically said, no, we're not doing that. They scrapped the old foundation entirely and used the extra time to run a fresh pre-training run on a more advanced base. Think about what that means for a second. Instead of fine-tuning an old skeleton one more time, they went back and rebuilt the bones. The targeted improvements are reportedly in mathematical reasoning, SVG scene generation, front-end design taste, and cleaner, more concise code output. Early leak tests suggest the model is noticeably better at UI generation and handles complex game logic without falling apart, and the outputs are reportedly tighter and more accurate rather than the bloated, over-engineered code we've gotten used to from big models. That's not a patch, that's a rebuild. And the fact that they were willing to eat a month of brutal public pressure to do it properly tells you how seriously they're taking this launch. Now, some analysts are already hedging, saying that even with the new pre-train, 3.5 Pro may still fall short of fully challenging trillion-parameter monsters like Fable 5 on raw scale. Maybe, but raw scale has never been the whole story, and Google knows exactly which battles it's picking here. Now, here's where I need to clear something up, because this mistake is everywhere. People keep comparing Fable 5 to Gemini 3.5 Flash and concluding that Google has fallen hopelessly behind. And look, I get why it happens. Flash is the newest Gemini model people can touch. But Flash is a heavily throttled, low-latency model built for speed, cheap inference, and agentic workflows. Its entire purpose is to be fast and inexpensive enough to act as a sub-agent inside bigger systems. Judging Google's ceiling by Flash is like judging a Formula One team by their delivery vans. Even within the Gemini lineup, people forget the tiers. Pro sits in Opus territory. The real Fable-class competitor, if Google follows its own pattern, would be something like a 3.5 DeepThink variant. So half the arguments happening online right now are literally comparing models from different weight classes and acting shocked at the result. But it goes deeper than tiers, and this is where things get genuinely fascinating. There's a growing theory, and it's backed by leaks, plus a semi-cryptic reply from Logan Kilpatrick himself, that 3.5 Pro isn't being built as just another text generator. It's being positioned as an orchestrator, a model designed to sit on top of specialized subagents, most likely swarms of Flash instances, and coordinate them. Google's models are natively multimodal almost across the board, and DeepMind has literal decades of research. Everything from AlphaFold-style breakthroughs to world models, sitting in the vault waiting to be integrated into one ecosystem. What they've been missing is a model powerful enough to conduct that orchestra while also being strong enough to one-shot hard problems on its own without needing 20 iterations to get there. And if that orchestrator framing is even partially true, it might explain the delay better than anything else. Follow the logic here. The leak specifically mentioned that Google wanted to incorporate learnings from the 3.5 Flash rollout regarding token consumption. A lot of people read that as Flash being the delayed product. But flip it around. If you've ever actually watched 3.5 Flash think, you know it burns through an absolutely absurd number of intermediate reasoning tokens. It hits a hard problem, writes something out, stops, thinks again, writes more, loops, fights, retries. Now put a premium orchestrator model on top of several of those Flash instances. That orchestrator has to ingest everything its subagents produce. If Flash is drowning in its own reasoning tokens, then Pro is wasting expensive, premium compute just reading noise. You cannot release an orchestrator until the token economy underneath it is efficient. So the theory goes that Flash itself is the bottleneck delaying Pro, and that Google is likely prepping a 3.6 Flash or even a 4 Flash to run leaner alongside the Pro launch. And that wouldn't even be new behavior for them. When Gemini 3 Pro launched, it was ridiculously capable but hallucinated like crazy, and Google followed up fast with 3.1 Pro, which slashed the hallucination rate dramatically while improving the model overall. Same playbook, different layer of the stack. Speaking of 3.1 Pro, let's talk about the elephant in the room, because everyone has noticed it. The model feels worse than it used to, noticeably worse. The knee-jerk explanation is that Google secretly nerfed it, and honestly, throttling probably is happening. But the why matters. Google isn't just serving Gemini. They're simultaneously running AI Studio, Search Integration, Workspace, Notebook LM, Flow, VO, Imagen, Astra, Jules, Gemma, multiple Flash and Pro variants, and a pile of specialized models behind all of those products. That's an ecosystem serving billions of users, and compute is not infinite. If Google is currently reallocating hardware to prepare 3.5 Pro's deployment, then 3.1 Pro feeling degraded isn't a sign of decline at all. It's smoke from the engine of something bigger spinning up. Historically, Gemini models tend to feel throttled right before a major release, so ironically, the worse 3.1 Pro feels, the closer 3.5 Pro probably is. On the hallucination front, there's a nuance almost nobody talks about, and it's worth 30 seconds of your attention. There are actually two separate problems getting lumped together. The first is general hallucination, the classic making stuff up issue that every frontier model still wrestles with. Google already cut that down hard between 3 Pro and 3.1 Pro, and 3.5 Pro should push it further. The second problem is different and honestly more annoying. 3.1 Pro trusts its internal knowledge way too much. Where Flash constantly searches the web even when you don't ask it to, 3.1 Pro tends to assume its training data is gospel, sometimes to the point of confidently telling the user that they're the one who's wrong or hallucinating, which, ironically, generates more hallucinations. Funny enough, people were making these exact complaints right before Gemini 3 Pro launched, and that model went on to outperform nearly everything on a massive spread of benchmarks. History rhymes. Now, in the interest of not being a total hype machine, I have to give airtime to the strongest counterargument out there, because it's a legitimately sharp one. Skeptics argue that this whole orchestrator narrative confuses the model with the scaffold. Their point is that subagent swarms, retry loops, and orchestration are features of the software harness wrapped around a model, not the model's weights themselves. When Fable 5 spends 20 minutes building a Minecraft clone through compiler errors and retries, that's Claude Code's agent harness iterating, not the raw model. Point that same harness at Gemini, and you'd get the same loop. They also point out that Fable 5 tops single-turn no-harness benchmarks like LM Arena and scores 92.6% on GPQA Diamond, which is structurally one-shot, so the claim that it can't perform without subagents doesn't survive contact with the data. Fair points, genuinely. But here's the counter to the counter. Gemini 3.1 Pro still holds the edge on GPQA at 94.1, and on ArcAGI 2, arguably the purest test of raw fluid reasoning, it posts a staggering 77.1. Outside of coding and agentic workflows, Google's supposedly outdated 4-month-old model still trades blows with or beats the newest frontier release. And Logan publicly teasing 3.5 Pro as the answer for frontier-level hard tasks in direct response to an orchestrator discussion is at minimum a very loud wink. The truth probably lives somewhere in the middle, but the middle is still extremely bullish for what's coming. Meanwhile, the competitive pressure cooker keeps heating up. GPT-5.6, again, possibly dropping today, is reportedly launching with significantly more generous plan limits, and the timing is surgical, aimed squarely at scooping up frustrated Claude users who just lost Fable 5 access on their plans. OpenAI is also rolling out more aggressive safety measures ahead of launch, reportedly tied to their deepening collaboration with the US government, though insiders say the safeguards still won't be as strict as Fable's. On paper, that makes GPT 5.6 a real threat. But OpenAI's position is shakier than the headlines suggest. The Microsoft relationship has soured badly, with OpenAI reportedly pushed out of GitHub and Copilot integrations. The Apple and Samsung situations went sideways, and the cash burn is brutal. They're strong in agentic work, images, and text, but the money question looms over everything. Google, by contrast, isn't behaving like a company in panic mode. No leak floods, no code red energy, barely even a visible reaction to Fable 5's launch. And they're stacking the deck for July 17th. Gemini 3.5 Pro is rumored to ship with a 2 million token context window, double what Claude Sonnet 5, Opus 4.8, and Fable 5 currently offer, which is a massive deal for giant codebases and long documents. Riding alongside it is Nano Banana Pro, a new image generation model built on the 3.5 Pro base, aimed directly at dethroning GPT Image 2. And then there's the generosity angle, which people sleep on constantly. Run the numbers. You get roughly 45 messages with 3.1 Pro in AI Studio, which sounds low in isolation, but stack the consumer app on top and you're at 90. Add anti-gravity, where power users report never even brushing against the 5-hour limit, plus Joules and everything else, and the effective usage you can squeeze out of Google's ecosystem absolutely embarrasses the competition before you even touch the Flash models, or the fact that access can spread across multiple accounts. While OpenAI and Anthropic are tightening plan limits and pushing users toward pricier tiers, Google is practically handing out compute because their business model doesn't need every token to turn a profit. AI is a feature woven into a dozen products with 1 billion users each, not the product itself. And that structural difference lets them outlast rivals who are burning cash on every single query. The one genuinely dark cloud is the talent drain, because losing minds like Noam Shazir and Sissy Shao to OpenAI stings no matter how you spin it. But DeepMind remains one of the deepest research benches on Earth, and nothing about Google's current posture screams fear. So here's my honest read. Either 3.5 Pro matches Fable 5 across most areas while beating it in several key ones, or it clears it across the board. The delay for a new pre-train, the Flash efficiency work, the orchestrator signals, the historical pattern of Google following a rough launch with a rapid, refined version, it all points toward a company playing the long game rather than a company falling behind. Or, of course, Google completely fumbles the bag on the biggest stage imaginable, 10 days and counting. See you on the 17th. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.